Hey,
We're live.
just ticked over to the bottom of the hour there. Hi, everybody.
Good
Yep,
job.
we're live.
Do you see who we got here?
No.
You're pointing the wrong direction.
Who are you pointing to?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Well, it doesn't.
You're pointing to all those chat room people.
But that doesn't show on my screen anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I was
interesting.
pointing the right way on my screen.
Really?
Yes.
Is the panel different for each of us? I'm on the lower left in mine.
Yeah, you are.
Yep,
And
you're
I'm
lower
po-
left.
and I was
I'm upper left.
and I'm pointing to lower left right
Oh,
now.
no, you're not. I think the mirroring part of your camera is getting you.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I'm glad Nick Camacho's here anyway, regardless.
Did I lose weight? I have been losing weight, Tanya.
Intentionally, it's not because he's got in some awful disease.
As far as I know, I don't have some awful disease. I'm praying that I don't. But no, it's because I'm purposely restricting my diet and exercising a lot more than I ever used to. In fact, I was just sharing some photos.
But don't go too much farther. I don't want you to
I'll go as damn much as I want.
Well, you're sort of getting a little gaunt looking.
Okay. Well, I didn't think I was.
He's stopping at 10 beers a night. No more than that 10. That's the big change.
Well. Well, British Columbia has decided they're never going to change their clocks again. They've said they're.
Oh, man. Arizona does that too, and that's the most confusing thing.
Yep. So, Tanya, Sam is not in Arizona, though. He's in Los Angeles. He's just
I know,
mentioning
but Sam was mentioning Phoenix.
Right.
Well,
but I
Phoenix
thought
never changed
maybe,
that much yet. Yeah.
I thought Tanya maybe thought that he was there because she said she was jealous.
Nah, we all knew he's in LA.
Oh, good for you.
I
I see. So I was applying the good to you or good for you to Sam, but actually I think she was talking to me and my weight.
And your weight.
Okay. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, you're not used to saying good for you to you.
Good for you.
Good for you,
Yeah,
Jeff.
no, I'm not used to people say that.
Complimenting you. Certainly not in this crowd.
Definitely not in this crowd.
Who's
Especially
that? Disinterested observer. Who's that? Greetings from New England. Who's that disinterested news?
Disinterested observer from New England. Well, apparently they're interested enough to join the live chat.
Yeah. But they're observing us, I'm sure.
With disinterest.
Yeah. It's Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin. Do we know you, Kevin?
Anyway, we're glad you're here, even if you are disinterested. Captain Nick has gone somewhere, and AJ.
Did he fall off his chair?
I think I heard his wife yelling at him.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And AJ is joining us, and Steph, so we're going to have almost a full house.
Cool. Let me look at. Did I share? No, I didn't. Okay.
Jeff, did you get a video for that item C1 that I added that we discussed earlier in the day? Did you get the video out of X?
Hang on. Let me look to see the encrypted C1.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me just double check.
Just wondered.
Sure.
Aisle boxes, you. Hi.
Yep, I do have it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see you, iHall.
Can you tell that iHall boxes is Liz's favorite?
I really like. No, I don't have favorites, but I have people I like
Followed
better.
Captain Jeff from the old Catholic pilot days.
Oh boy.
A long
Sorry
time
about that.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get back to that.
Had to shove Rugger up the stairs.
Is this Kevin St. John? I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to use your real name, your last name. But is it? Because that's the Kevin that I know from the Catholic pilot days. Yay. Okay, I nailed it.
Yes. See,
Because
your
he sends us
memory's-
in.
Yeah, no. Now I know. I know that name. I know Kevin from feedback and stuff. Yeah,
Can you guys smell my hand?
Oh, it stinks. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I just had to
don't
push
sit on your
Rugger
hand
up the
anymore.
stairs,
Ooh.
and I think my hand went somewhere it shouldn't.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Poor old Rucker. Could you go wash your hands? We'll wait for you.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all right. I wiped them on my jeans. That'll be
Oh,
all right.
great.
Well, Kevin says his audio is breaking up, but
No,
I think everything
Well,
sounds
tell
okay
me
to
where you are. I'll pop over and fix it for
he's
you.
in
New England.
New England, not England.
Not Old England.
New England.
New England.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't
No,
a clue where that is.
Jeff, you're
Is it?
clear as a bell, and Nick's
I mean, I haven't noticed anything weird as far as audio. is
smell the
concerned.
glove. Yes, Tanya.
But plenty other weird things, but not the audio.
Yeah. That's why I had to clarify.
Love it.
How deep does the dog go? How deep does the dog go?
Thank you for that.
Here's Alpha Juliet. Just in time for us to get started.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
I've been
dun.
waiting all night to have my first beer. Hi, AJ.
I remember when I had my
About
first.
that. Hello.
Oh,
Hello. You remember when you
Hello.
had your first beer? Oh, you're so
Well, he
much
said something about
younger.
his first beer.
Is that why?
Ah,
So much younger.
VPN says disinterested observer. Great name. Love it.
No audio issues out west, says Mr. Van Ram. He's a happy guy.
Is that Tokyo Tim?
It is Tokyo Tim, but he's back on this side of the Pacific. He's PA 28.
All right, we're sounding good in Tallahassee. Thank you, Ken.
That's good to know.
Good to know.
So,
So, are we going to wait for stuff, or are we
No,
going to just go
no.
ahead and start?
no, start. Yep, she's not sure when she'll join.
Okay. Let me make sure I got it all here. Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
The first one, let me just double check here, is a video, right?
Yeah. Plane landing on
emergency
highway.
landing.
Mass aviation
Yep,
video. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't. It wasn't. I don't know why I had issues with it, but I couldn't figure out how to. The VAS aviation was corrupted. Every time I
Oh.
tried to download it, it wouldn't download. So I had
Oh,
to
really?
use another source. I think this is
Okay.
the one from X.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
That's weird.
several issues with the video downloads this time for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe that was something to do with your connection. Okay. I'm ready.
Don't know. I've got a good connection. Okay. Let me go to. I need a bigger screen or something. Something.
Got more
Yeah, look.
iPads.
You need something.
All right, here we go.
You're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy Show.
The view from our side of the cockpit door.
WAPG. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Airline Pilot Guy, episode 703.
Yeah, he's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Hello, you're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy Show, the view from our side of the cockpit door, with your host, Captain Jeff, broadcasting live from APG headquarters in Roswell, Georgia. Today's show is recorded the week of April 6, 2026.
Do you have your recorders on, Jeff?
He's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot.
Trying this again.
Thank you, Liz.
No, it was Van Ram.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, it was Van Ram.
Yeah, I was looking at a completely different screen, and then I heheard Liz on
MPA 28. I don't think I've been on since he. Is that a new name for him?
Well, yeah, he's got his
Yep.
pilots.
That's awesome.
He's flying now.
Yep, I knew he was flying. I just hadn't seen that.
Ah.
Okay,
You,
28.
you're sometimes out there on that West Coast. You'll have to go and fly with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm inviting him on your behalf there, Tim.
Okay. Looks like we are recording. We are
Do you want me
recording.
to go on to Unity again?
Yeah, just do a quick,
Okay,
a quick
just a minute.
hello.
One moment.
Okay. I see it. Thank you very much.
All righty.
Okay. Well, we didn't get too far into it,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
So that's
Nope.
good. Okay, and I got both of these recorders on, and I think we're recording on StreamYard as well. So, yay. Okay. Let me go back here to StreamYard Studio, find that countdown, and here we
You're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy Show.
The view from our side of the cockpit door.
WAPG. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Airline Pilot Guy, episode 703.
Yeah, he's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Hello, you're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy Show. The view from our side of the cockpit door, with your host, Captain Jeff, broadcasting live from APG headquarters in Roswell, Georgia. Today's show is recorded the week of April 6, 2026.
Yeah, he's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot Guy. Put your light and he's flying by. With the Airline Pilot Guy.
In today's episode, a small plane lands safely on a Pennsylvania interstate following the advice of ATC.
In that area, the highway's the best thing I got.
And police arrest a man they say tried to ram the gate at Daytona Beach International Airport. Also ahead, more news and your feedback. So get all settled in. Tray tables and seat backs in the upright and locked positions. Electronic devices powered on. I'm Radio Roger, and Flight 703 is ready for pushback.
Thank you, Radio Roger. He is an award-winning TV and radio reporter, currently at the #1 all-news station in the nation, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in
New York City.
Welcome to the Airline Pilot Guy Show. It's an aviation podcast covering the latest in aviation news and answering your great feedback. I'm Captain Jeff, a former U.S. Air Force pilot and a former Delta Airlines pilot, captain for 20 years there. And let's see, joining me from his Garden View studio,
in Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire.
retired professional dog photographer, former RAF, RAAF fighter pilot, retired Airbus A330, A340 captain for Virgin Atlantic Airways. It's Captain Nick.
Hello there, Jeff. Lovely to be back on the show again. Thanks very much. Now, let me tell you about the show number and about American Flight 703. It's a daily service between Charlotte, where Dr. Steph hangs out, and Buffalo, where presumably the Buffaloes hang out, typically on an A321, taking an hour and 47 minutes. The departure on time, only 77% of the time, but it makes up for the arrival rate of 87% on time. Very good. The best seats are the mid-cabin window seats at 2A or F or 3A or F. Avoid row 1, which is adjacent to the galley and lavatory. Unlike Ansett New Zealand, Viaduct and LOT Airlines, American Flight 703 has never crashed.
Oh,
Wow.
that
Okay,
was,
got
that
that going for
deserves applause.
yeah. and Buffalo's where Tiffany hangs out. Our
Oh, right.
librarian.
That's right, our
Cool.
APG
there you go.
librarian up there. And
I've heard there's a lot of guys named Bill up there too.
Yeah. A lot of bills. Yeah. A lot
Is
of
that
bills.
right?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thank you very much for all that useful information. I mean, hey, you come here to get that kind of detail.
Absolutely.
Where
Yes,
would
Jim.
where could you find that anywhere else?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think you
good
could,
question.
I don't want
honestly. Or at least not delivered in that professional manner. Yeah. All right. It's time now to introduce from his home studio in the air capital, low and slow pilot, A&P mechanic, old airplane enthusiast, and engineer in the aerospace and defense industry. It's Nick Camacho.
Hey, Captain Jeff and crew. I don't even remember the last time I was around, so this is exciting to be able to come back.
Been a while.
I think it's probably been a couple of months.
It has been a while.
So basically, getting to know us is going to be 2 hours long.
We're not gonna make you feel bad for not being here, Nick. We're not that bad anyway.
Yeah.
But we're so happy to see you. Thanks for joining us today, and also from the North Woods of the Atlanta suburbs, a race car driver, self-taught chef, and a commercial multi-engine instrument-rated pilot with an interest in anything with enough horsepower to kill him. It's Alpha Juliet.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, everybody. Good to see you guys. Glad to be back. Excited
Great to have you back.
Talk about some things. Got some stories.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right. And last but not least, of course, from her studio in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, retired financier and aviation enthusiast, spreadsheet master, and our producer. It's Liz Piper.
Hi, everybody. I'm hoping this is the last time I'll say this for a long time. We had snow again this week.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, it's been a while since you've had. Oh, wait a minute. No. You've had a lot of snow.
We had a lot of snow.
season.
Anyway, great to see Camacho here, and have a good show, you guys.
Thanks, Liz.
Cheers.
Let's do some news.
Stand by for news.
All right. We're going to start off with this in our news segment from, I guess it's from X.com. A small plane carrying 2 people made an emergency landing on I-78 in Lehigh County on Saturday morning. 2 people were in a small engine plane. A small engine plane?
Is there a big engine plane?
I guess so. There must be. Otherwise, why the distinction? I'm not
I've
sure.
flown some big engine planes.
Maybe they mean a small single engine plane? Maybe? I don't know.
Where's the cutoff there?
I don't know. I didn't
About
write this.
There?
That's right there. There you go. We're going to have to talk with Charisse and Siabhan McGurl? McGurl. Huh. That's an interesting last name. Anyway, they reported engine trouble. That small engine was making trouble and was forced to make an emergency landing on a highway in Lehigh County. The aircraft was a 1995 Commander 114B, Bravo, had landed on the eastbound lanes of Interstate 78 near mile marker 45.6 in Weisenberg Township. Officials said the 2 people, the pilot, a 65-year-old man from Michigan, and the passenger, a 34-year-old woman from New Jersey, were on the plane, were not injured. They left New Jersey and were en route to Indiana, but had to make an emergency landing due to unknown engine problems. The pilot was trying to reach a nearby airport, but couldn't. The incident caused heavy traffic on the highway when first responders shut down the eastbound lanes to investigate. Anyway, witnesses said that he did an amazing landing, and let's see. I think we have something that we can watch to see this landing. We can judge for ourselves. So let me do that. I wasn't sure exactly, at what point I moved to the video, but let's go ahead and do it now because the producer is telling me to do that. There we go. So we're coming through, and what's this showing up in my windscreen from above? All right. Not bad. Okay, now the car that's taking this dash cam video, let's slow down a little bit. Don't hit the airplane. Don't hit the airplane, please. Anyway.
Don't bother stopping. See if anything needs help or it's fine.
That person might be in a hurry.
Maybe he thought they were doing a touch and go. You never know.
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to let anything keep me from getting to where I need to be. That's true. I do see some wires over that overpass, but they managed to avoid them, which is nice.
Would have
we
been
watch
cooler
it?
if you flew it under the bridge, though.
Oh, that would have been. You're right. Let's watch it one more time. What do you think? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We're coming in.
Well, up to this point, it looks like AI, but no, that's pretty good. I thought that was a good job.
Yeah.
Kept it nice and straight.
I guess the guy driving with the dash cam video thought that the guy was just going to keep motoring along the highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yes, that's right.
As somebody said, yeah, maybe thought I was doing a touching.
I wish there was sound to this video because I guarantee you the guy is honking at the airplane.
Yeah, like, get out of my way. You're probably right. All right. Oh, we thought we'd just start off the show with something nice, like watching somebody land their airplane on the highway.
No flaps,
No.
no less, if you noticed.
What?
He didn't even have flaps out.
Oh, really? I didn't
know.
notice.
Plunked it down.
Wonder if that helped
Clean.
lead to the rather firm touchdown.
Possibly. Well, let's move now to Daytona Beach, Florida. This from WESH Channel 2. And it is a video that I am going to ask Liz to put up on All right.
First at noon, a man plows through a gate at Daytona International Airport with his car. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alan Campbell.
And I'm Sana Kadonge. Then he allegedly tried to climb on board a plane on the taxiway, not once, but twice. West 2's Michelle Meredith is live at the Volusia County Jail, where 58-year-old Ryan Parker is now scheduled for a first appearance. Michelle, what a wild story.
Wild.
I know. Here's what he's accused of doing, and it's like something out of an action movie. Now, law enforcement says first he crashed through a gate at Daytona Beach International Airport with his Mustang.
I thought he plowed
Gets
through
on
it.
the taxiway, almost hits an embry-riddled plane that was taxiing, tried to get in a plane, but an airport operations technician chased him down, pulled him out of the plane, sat Parker on the tailgate of his truck, but Parker was not through. The sheriff's office says Parker then tried to get on another plane, but when they caught up to him the second time, they put him in cuffs, and that was the end of his escapades. Now, what inspired him? Well, Parker said he was drunk and on drugs.
What else?
What's the deal, man?
I don't remember. I was at my house.
Said they had a bunch of drugs,
I went to an
cocaine.
AA meeting. And next thing I know, I'm doing cocaine, drinking.
Did he
and,
just say an AA meeting?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it was very
He's facing
effective.
a bunch of charges and some
Went to an AA meeting, and the next thing I know, I was doing cocaine
I don't
and
know.
drinking.
I blacked out, and here I am. What am I here for? Why are you cuffing me?
of them are quite unusual, like aircraft piracy and trespassing on an operational area of the airport. Now, he is due to have his first appearance here at the jail at 1:30. Live in Volusia County, Michelle Meredith, West 2 News.
All right.
Piracy,
I
are they
wonder how
going to
that-
make him walk the plank or something? That's great. I want to see that.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think I actually, if you'll throw the video back up, I actually have some body cam video that we can watch together. All right. Okay. Okay. Stand by. Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University ramp. We're seeing that sign. Here we go. Uh-huh. I don't think he contacted them on that frequency, 123.0. Yep, there he is, kind of just resting on the ground.
Can we get up on the curb here?
A little bit more, ready?
Nice scoot, right there. Right there. That's good, that's good.
Oh, the pavement's
What's
hot.
the deal, man?
Barefoot.
I don't remember. Fucking anything. I was at my house.
Said they had a bunch of drugs,
I went to an
cocaine.
AA meeting. And
Nice.
you know, I'm doing cocaine, drinking, and smoking pot. Lucky I didn't get on my fucking motorcycle.
So you were doing all kinds of drugs and ran through a gate?
Yeah, and I crashed my car.
Car's right there.
It's a pretty blue car.
Hippie crashed my car.
There's IDs on the hood.
What? The ID's on the hood?
So, the AIA, does that stand for Aviators Anonymous?
Wow.
The problem wasn't the alcohol and the cocaine. It was that he's trying to quit flying.
Oh, shit.
Oh, from at Peach News. Who's that? Bless his heart, he thought he had made it to step 4.
Brilliant.
Oh, man. You know what? I know that person is of true Peach because he or she said, bless their heart. Or bless his heart. They're from the South for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that was fun. Oh, okay. Producer Liz is telling me to tell you that Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University is, as referred to as just Embry-Riddle, is an aeronautical university that is based, well, the main campus is right there at the Daytona International Airport in Daytona Beach, Florida, or Daytona, Florida, actually. The beach is a little bit further to the east. And they do a lot of flight training. And in addition to that, they also have a full-blown university with all kinds of things like meteorology and I don't know, what are some of the other
aviation
degree
management,
programs?
maintenance.
Yeah, aviation management. Yeah, they have a huge fleet of aircraft at the airport. Small engine airplanes. That and some small twin engine airplanes. Do they have a course on landing on highways? I don't know if that might be an elective course. Yeah, but for extra credit, sure, why not? Anyway, so that's big deal over there at the Daytona Beach or Daytona International Airport. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yep, that's the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University private ramp, that sign there, and you're supposed to contact them on that frequency. Apparently he didn't do that. No. All right. I think we should continue then with this next item. Is MetroDoc with us in our live audience today? Oh, darn it. Okay. Well, if you're listening, watching after the fact, thank you for sending this news item in, sir. This is from x.com. And let's see. Quote, this pilot flat out refused to take off, even though the crew had already cleared the plane for departure. And I think when they say crew, they mean the maintenance crew had cleared the plane for departure. The pilot had a bad gut feeling. Oil pressure on engine number 2 was trending up and the fuel system filter still needed replacing. He told the passengers straight up, I wonder if there's a way that we could hear what he actually said to the passengers. Is there? Okay, let's take a listen.
They told us that the plane's good to go, but I'm not really feeling it.
This pilot is refusing to take off even though the crew confirmed the plane is fully safe, claiming he has a bad feeling about the airplane's condition.
Little update here. Oil pressure on the number 2 engine is trending upwards. The aircraft is going to require fuel system filter replacement. They've told us that the plane's good to go, but I'm not really feeling it. I'm not going to leave the ground if I'm not completely certain that we have an airworthy aircraft, so I'm refusing the aircraft. I don't know if we have another airplane here at the airport, but I hate to do this to you, but this is one of those tough calls that I have to make, and I feel a lot more comfortable making this call than flying 6 hours over the water and maybe having an issue. Anyway, that's where things stand now. I apologize for that. Morning hasn't been so good. Have everybody deplane the aircraft here long.
Momentarily.
Oh, okay. Well, have you ever done that, Captain Nick? Have you ever made an announcement explaining why you're refusing an airplane?
Not like that, because I don't know. I'm tending towards that's a bit unprofessional. You don't kind of discuss your interactions with the mechanics and your decision-making process to that level. And certainly to describe it as a feeling in your gut that you don't want to take the airplane today, if you're going to tell the passengers that there is a fault in the aircraft and you're not taking it, make it definite. This is my opinion. Make it definite. Make it clear that there is a fault. Don't kind of rely on an ill feeling that you have found. So Yeah, I understand he perhaps wants to justify the fact that he's not taking this airplane, but he's going to have to do that when he speaks to the chief pilot afterwards, because after all, if the mechanics have signed the aircraft off and say it's fit, he has to have a good reason why he's not going to take the aircraft. And he needs to be able to, if asked, he's quite within his rights not to take the aircraft, but he has to say, this is why I didn't take the aircraft, not, I had a funny feeling that it wasn't my day to go flying. And I don't think that's a really good message to pass to the passengers.
Yeah. I kind of have the same feeling about this whole thing as you. I mean, thank you for sharing the decision-making process, but yeah, you shouldn't have, in my opinion. I mean, all you need to do is say, hey, look, we have an issue with the aircraft, and we're going to have to, try to find another airplane or possibly cancel the flight. Not go into all the detail and that he went through. TMI, yes, Liz. I think that this could be definitely a case of too much information that you're revealing.
I'd call it TWI, the wrong information.
The wrong information. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know, like they mentioned the fuel system filter needed replacing. That's I can't imagine the company would have signed that off outside of the limits, right? They're going to have like op-lims that require them to do servicing within certain windows. And a lot of times they'll have, like they'll have rules about if it's going to happen here, you can, at least on the GA side, the airlines are a little different, but I assume it's structured similarly where, if something's going to happen while you're in flight, you can continue to the next station or whatever. But I'm sure, if that fuel system filter needs to be replacing, they probably have like a range of time to replace it. Like, hey, you can replace the fuel system filter. It's good for 100 hours. So you can replace it starting, say, at like 85 hours or something. And it might be, he might be at like hour 87. So you could technically replace it, but it's still good for a period of time. So just, I don't know. I feel like both of those things that he said, while reasonable things to consider as a pilot, I feel like he's almost, he's
second guessing the maintainers or not trusting in their judgment,
and he's eroding the confidence in the company. Right. Because the passengers are going to say, well, the company doesn't care about the maintenance of the airplane, when in all likelihood, like all of this stuff is probably within limits and fine. And, there's only so much the mechanics can do. So.
Yeah, I wonder what the real reason is. What his third reason.
Oh, yeah.
Why,
is that where his girlfriend lives? We've got an MEL on board the aircraft, minimum equipment list, which defines very clearly what is an acceptable fault and what is not. And it goes into absolutely everything, and it will include a fuel filter. And what usually happens when a fuel filter starts to get clogged, eventually a valve will start passing fuel in a bypass around the filter, because the correct flow isn't getting through the filter. And once that happens, it usually pops a circuit breaker or puts a caption up in the cockpit, and so when it's happened. And then when you go to the MEL, it'll probably say this is fit for 6 sectors or 20 hours of flying or whatever the limit is for this particular aircraft. As regards the oil pressure, it's trending up. So he's getting too high oil pressure. So I'm going, okay, well, if it's within limits and it's, there's the volume is correct and you've got pressure, I'm just wondering where the problem is there. And anyway, does he really need to go into that level of detail to his passengers? Well, no, not really. It's almost like he's justifying it to himself while he's talking over the PA, which is not the way to do this. You make your decisions, you argue if necessary with the maintenance guys, because they're going to be going, well, it's fit. Look, here's the book. Here's the limits. It's good. And you have to put your case to them as well, because they're going to say, well, we don't understand why you're not taking the aircraft captain. But to blurt that all out to the passengers, I think is a bit unprofessional.
And I've got a question about trending up. So they're still at the gate, but presumably. How long of a time sample does he have for this trend? Because of course it's trending up from
he
the
was
engine being
probably
off.
looking at the logbook, the maintenance logbook, and perhaps there have been some write-ups regarding that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just thinking, when it's off, it's 0. And when you turn it on, it goes up. So yes, it's trending up.
Yeah, I don't think he meant at the moment. I'm looking at it right now, and it's starting to trend up. Well, it's not even on right now, sir. Peach News says, that one dude hopped right up, ready to deplane. I suspect he was ready for another cocktail.
Yeah. He did. That guy right in front of the camera.
Yeah. Hey, Steph. Dr. Steph is here.
Hi.
How are you
Joining
doing?
us. Good to
I
see you.
joined
High
in
pressure.
The background is very space-like. Very,
It's in honor of Artemis 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love it.
Actually has nothing to do with it, but we're going to say
No.
that's why I did that.
It does now.
Yeah.
Definitely not
that's
coincidental.
what it is for sure.
No.
Anyway, so we just finished watching this X.com video of a captain making a PA to the passengers as to why they were not going to take that airplane, or he is not going to take. And that's all. And he certainly has that right. I mean, I've had maintainers, just swear up and down everything is good and it's legal, and I may have some other considerations that they're not thinking of, like where we're going to and the weather conditions and all that kind of stuff. And I would say to them, privately, not in front of everybody, hey, I get where you're coming from. I understand that it's all legal and everything else. I just don't want to fly this airplane. And it's only happened once or twice in my 35-year career that I've done that. But you certainly have the right as a captain to not take the jet. Maybe they can find somebody else to take it. Sure.
Yeah.
But
I've actually gotten off of an aircraft in that same scenario, and the captain did come on and she said, there's just too much going on with this airplane. I'm not taking it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find a different airplane. So
Right. And but going into all the decision-making process and basically saying, I just have this gut feeling that something's not right. Like we're all going to die if we take this airplane. So, and I was also looking at my horoscope earlier today that in the horoscope said, this is not going to be a good day to take an airplane.
My astrologer, my tarot card reader. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chain email, and I was only able to send out 8 of them. So.
I love it. But the final question the Mestrodot puts is, would you rather have a pilot who listens to his gut like this, or one who sticks to the schedule no matter what? Well, that's not the only decision he has. Basically, who listens to his gut, what was I going to say? I was going to say
it was going to be awesome.
It was going to be awesome.
Very insightful, profound.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Not someone who sticks to the schedule, but someone who listens to the maintenance guys.
Yeah, exactly. Those aren't the only two
makes
options.
a logical decision rather than one based on what he ate for lunch and it isn't agreeing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that we all are sticking up for those maintenance guys. I think that I know Nick is an AMP mechanic for sure, and but I agree with Camacho on this for sure.
100%.
I think we all
just
do.
prefer. I'd prefer to have a captain who can articulate his position clearly and professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like that, but
regardless
that's
of whatever
good, yeah.
his decision was.
Right.
As opposed to what I just said, which wasn't well articulated at all.
Well, you know what?
And once a captain, always a captain, Liz.
We were kind of dissing on the. Oh, wait a minute. Now, where is my? Do I have that one? Yes, I do. Okay, we were kind of disrespecting or not we, but the captain sort of disrespecting the maintenance people. Not really, not directly, but this is an article or a video actually from Vass Aviation where we're gonna kind of diss on the pilots. You ready, Liz? All right. Again, our favorite video source, Vass Aviation, Real Aviation Communications. Audio from liveatc.net.
Delta 1988, Eastern approach, runway 8 left, November current.
There's a disclaimer that I'm supposed to read, but I'm not going to. You can watch this. A link in the show notes.
Houston approach, 3886, 24 sending a lap away, Charlie.
3886, Eastern approach, runway 13 right.
Okay, this is going into Houston Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Texas, or on the north side of Houston.
13 right.
United 3928, contact Houston approach, 119.1.
19-1, United 3928, please. Just fire up on the arrival here. You got some build-ups to your tops around 12,000. You go through them. It's a pretty rough ride.
That was United. Rough ride.
United 3928, thanks. Approach 119.1.
Yep.
Southwest 1138, any chance about 510 to the right?
Who's asking?
Southwest 1138.
Unfortunately not. If you need to deviate, let me know. We'll go left.
Left's not looking too good either. We may, give me 2 seconds. We'll see if there's an opening on the left.
That's fine. There's a departure just departed Hobby northbound, 5,000. You should be climbing northwestbound in a moment, Premier Jet.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Air Shuttle 4065, contact Houston approach 119.1.
19.1, ASL 4060, thank you.
I could wrap you on the west side of that cell if you're 12 to 1 o'clock, about 10 miles, and wrap you back around it.
Now, unfortunately, there's another cell right beside it, and it's covered, so I think it'll be the same ride. We'll let you know how it goes through.
Okay, thanks. I'm not painting anything off the left.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, on the left side, unfortunately, you got the same build-up as we see in front of us.
Okay. Air Shuttle 4065, Houston approach 119.1. Does 5501, Eastern approach, thanks, runway 8 left, November is current.
I guess you can understand all that static.
Southwest 1138, in the descent, all it did was remind me I had to lose weight, but it wasn't that bad.
Stand by on the bay. South 1138, I missed that. Say again?
Yeah, going through that cloud, it wasn't actually that bad, so if others are coming through.
You said you need to go on a diet?
I think you did catch that, huh?
Okay. Just want to make sure I heard correctly. I appreciate that. We all do. Contact Houston approach 13305. See ya.
3305. Sorry, I hope you have a great rest of the day and improves immensely.
Appreciate that.
Anytime. Airport Delta 988, can we get deviation right? Maybe 5 to 10 degrees for the cell.
Hold on.
I'll cut this stuff out in the audio only, obviously. We're looking at the radar animation.
4250, when you asking for deviation?
Delta 988.
Delta 1988, stand by.
And as I said, we are watching this radar animation, and we're watching Delta track the arrival course.
Spirit Jet 314, how was the ride on the arrival? Is it Spirit Jet 314?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we just had some light chop.
Delta 1988, just light chop reported by previous arrival Hawker Jet. I think you'll be okay.
Delta 1988, copy. We can direct Zoe, I guess, if that works.
Well, I don't know. Did you turn without permission?
Delta 1988, not negative.
You said negative? Okay. Why don't you go ahead and proceed direct Kingwood, rejoin the arrival.
Delta 1988,
Next time before you deviate, get approval.
Delta 1988.
Just because you asked doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you all the time.
Delta 1988.
You got traffic coming out northbound just west of your position.
Delta 1988.
How'd you know?
Let's get a 4240 4245, you can approach, thanks, runway 8 left, November is current. Just some occasional light chop reported on the arrival for you. Sorry, commuter 4251 has that ride. It's just off your left. Looks like we'll be by it in about half mile. Thanks. 2027, don't be scared about the cell you're seeing at your 11 o'clock. Nothing more than light chop reported by an Embraer head. There is an area of moderate precipitation that looks like it's building and moving northbound, northwest of Bedlam. Embraer passed by it and said nothing more than light chop.
That's not a good sign. A fixed name, Bedlam.
Bedlam with a thunderstorm.
1988, how's the red for you?
Delta 1988, definitely light, a couple moderate bumps there but nothing too bad.
Okay, Delta 1988, next question for you. Why are we lower than the descent profile?
Uh-oh.
I believe that's strike
I know
two.
why. I know why.
Is he gonna tell us why?
That's on me, brother. We were trying to just zigzag them, give the people a decent ride, so that's on me.
Okay, if you stay on the arrival with the speeds assigned, that's what I want from you. Are you able to do that?
Are you able to do that? Getting spanked. Still not.
1988. I want you to direct Zoe to join, and I want you to stay on the arrival. Did you take it out of your system? Do you need vectors?
Do I need to explain to you how to fly the airplane?
Do you know that I can see
Okay,
you?
maintain 6,000. That's as low as I'm going to let you go. 6,000 feet, not lower. You look like you're descending.
Get back up there, man. You're at 5,800.
Climb and maintain 6,000.
Now he's at 5,700, 300
Got
feet low.
departures coming off the Intercontinental, climbing to 5.
Come on now. Come on. Pull back. Pull back.
Still trying to understand why we're so low. Spearjet at 314.
I like this guy.
Contact Houston, actually stay with me for a second. Delta 1988, are you able to maintain 6,000?
Apparently not.
Oh, he's up to 63.
No, yeah, he's 6,300
It's
feet.
all over the
He's
place.
all over the place. Dang.
What's a few hundred feet between friends?
Real.
And then
real 65.
silence.
Real silence.
Yeah, like no way. Like, I guess, yeah, he's saying I didn't put the silence in. It's just nobody's talking right now. Everybody's having a conversation in their cockpits. Like, what the heck is Delta doing over there?
Delta 1988, are you guys okay in the cockpit?
Delta 1988, for 6,000 feet, direct Zoe.
Spearjet 314, contact Houston, approach 119.1.
We're finally level at 6,000 feet. Direct to Zoe.
South 3886, contact Houston, approach 13305.
3305, we'll see you southwest, 3886.
Delta 1988, just to be clear for next time, I'm going to let this one go, but next time, just stay on the arrival, don't deviate without prior approval, and make sure you're staying on the descent profiles.
1980, understood, sir. My apologies.
Delta 1988, contact Houston, approach now 11901.
Houston approach, 191, Delta 1988.
All right. The aircraft continued the approach and landed safely. Wow.
Now, I will say this. The Delta captain stayed very, very humble. He didn't get ticked off at the controller.
Good point.
He took his licks and said, "Yep, that's my fault."
You're right, because so many times we've heard these kind of discussions and screw-ups by pilots, and they kind of take the ultra defensive position and almost making it sound like it was somebody else's fault and not theirs. And I do like what you just said, that he did take ownership of it. It doesn't mean he didn't screw it up, but
Agreed.
He took ownership. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and you got to think about it, it's an embarrassing place to be. Pilots are very strong A-type personalities in general, and you're literally in a stadium full of your peers in that scenario, and then to be embarrassed in front of your exact peers that's some strong feelings can come out of that.
True. He also made like 7 errors.
Agreed. Oh, I'm not
one
I'm
after
not
another
defending,
after another.
I'm
He
not
just-
defending his piloting skills. Please make that clear.
At least he was
I'm defending
polite
his
about
emotional
it.
skills.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
So let's see, Neil and our live audience, get approval, you deviant. So domineering. Yeah. Neil also says, all this talk of chops. I'm getting hungry again. What do you mean hungry again? All right, it's 5 hours or 4 hours later there, isn't it? Apparently a good ride to this crew is a roller coaster. And carrying on with wrists very slapped. Yeah. A lot of great comments from our live audience, our live chat room folks. A reminder, just a little plug again, for those of you listening to the audio only version, if you want, or even the people watching the video after the fact, sign up for the social media. Follow us on X and Facebook. Liz puts out notifications when we're doing the show live, and you can come and join everybody here in the chat room. They're great people. Yep. APG calendar. Yep. Another way to find
some
it.
of them are.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to go that negative that quickly or early in the show, Nick.
Careful. One more thing, and Captain Nick's going to refuse the next show.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Anyway, so talking about the fact that the altitude was kind of an issue because it told him to hold 6,000 feet after he deviated without approval. And so I'm imagining what happened there is that, everything is in the FMS, the flight management system, and now you've taken it off that track, probably going to heading hold or heading mode. And when you do that, sometimes the vertical part of the system gets ignored as well. And if you don't proactively manage the vertical part of the autoflight system to maintain they probably didn't have 6,000 feet in the altitude alert window.
I don't know.
They probably had a lower altitude because of the
iHall has a good comment here. They were flying an
iHall
Airbus.
boxes.
So shouldn't Siri have just maintained 6,000?
It's called something else
Yeah.
in French. I think it's...
fair enough.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oui, oui.
Fifi.
Do you have to call it Siri with a French accent? Otherwise it doesn't respond?
Yeah, you just say, hey, Fifi, take me home.
They need an altitude adjustment and an attitude adjustment. You're right.
Very true. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. As soon as you start selecting manual headings when you're on a managed descent, it'll just, because it doesn't know it's on the descent anymore, it'll just maintain the previous rate of descent it had, and it will just keep going. So unless you've told it to capture, which if you're on a managed descent down a long arrival, you've got the bottom altitude set in the box and in the window, and it'll go all the way down to that altitude. It won't stop at the intermediate altitudes unless you've selected them.
Oh, I see. Tim has the actual solution to this whole problem, or the reason for it. The issue was that they kept talking to Siri, but they should have been addressing Alexa. There we go. A modern problem in today's world. All right. 20 minutes to the hour mark. Okay. Keep going on the list of... well, let me take a quick little perusal here. See if there's anything that
She wants us to continue on the arrival.
Continue on the arrival.
Yes.
No deviations.
No deviations.
Yeah. You know what? So, what do you think? One or two more, Liz? I guess depends on how long we yak. Two more? Okay. I definitely want to do one I think. Yeah. Yeah.
We've been talking about pirates. Is that why we're doing one eye?
Very good. That deserves this.
That's
no,
what she said.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Either.
I didn't really mean to do that, but I guess that could be appropriate too.
We could do one eye or one L.
Changed the context of that
It
entirely.
did quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right. Well, let's do. You want to? Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, yay! And that way we get our
and that.
our contracted minimum requirement of paddle your own canoe articles. So this is, again, from Paddle Your Own Canoe. Air bridge crashed into cockpit of Boeing 737, sending glass flying towards the pilots on two separate occasions. Huh. Okay. An air bridge at Brisbane International Airport, BNE, crashed into the cockpit of a Boeing 737, sending glass flying towards the pilots on 2 separate occasions in the space of little more than a month, safety investigators in Australia have revealed. Thankfully, none of the pilots were injured, although new safety protocols have been put into place in an attempt to prevent a third incident from occurring.
Did they hand
So
out
far,
safety goggles to the pilots?
Yeah.
Safety
Yeah,
glasses?
that might be part of it.
Flying glass? Okay.
Maybe train the people that are driving the jetway? I don't know.
No. They're
No?
not at fault. No, it was
Oh,
all to do with
okay.
the joystick.
Okay. Let's see. Thankfully, none of the pilots were injured, although new safety protocols. Did I just read that? Yeah, I did. The first incident occurred on June 18, 2025, a short time after a Qantas Boeing 737 had arrived at the gate after flying from Queenstown, New Zealand. The plane parked in the correct position at the gate and then waited for the air bridge to be attached to the forward left-hand door for passengers to deplane. As the jet bridge was being maneuvered, both the pilots in the cockpit and an engineer on the ramp noticed that it was going to hit the aircraft. The pilots urgently tried to get in contact with the ground team to alert them to what was happening, while the engineer at ground level raced to activate an emergency stop button on the air bridge. The engineer reached the button at the exact moment the air bridge collided with the right-hand side of the cockpit windscreen, sending shards of glass flying toward the first officer. A little more than a month later, in July of 2025, a very similar incident occurred when a Boeing 737 MAX 8, there's your problem,
That's the
operated by Fiji Airways, arrived at the gate following a flight from Nadi, Fiji? Nadi? Nandi?
Is the person guiding the jet bridge an Airbus pilot, perchance? He's hit 2 Boeings, that's all.
Oh, I see. A little aircraft manufacturer rivalry going
I was
on.
wondering what the connection was going to be.
Yeah. iHall Boxes thinks that the reason it happened is the dangers of flying glass. Oh, flying a glass cockpit.
None of those
bam.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, good one. No. Which is very unusual for iHall Boxes. On that occasion, the Fiji incident, the pilots again noticed the air bridge getting unusually close to the cockpit as it was being maneuvered. This time it hit the left-hand side of the cockpit. At least they're, hitting opposite sides.
Equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. So the captain is the one that had to divert
jumped
the
out of his
shards
seat.
of glass.
Is it just me, or is the bridge like 4.5 feet too high as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't think
do
the
they
door
know what
is
was
at
going on here?
windscreen level. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I'm wondering
worked
about
out what's
the
happening.
visual capabilities of the jet bridge driver.
Or maybe they're just closing their eyes.
They do mention that as well, Steph.
Oh, okay.
Because he's got a very poor view, apparently, and particularly when approaching narrow-body planes. And they have to maneuver at a long distance to go out to the narrow bodies.
It's
So
hard.
that the passengers don't have a steep slope to walk up. Because obviously those little tiny little aeroplanes close to the ground and all that.
iHall Boxes says 1-800-SAFE FLIGHT. Okay.
Safe flight
that's-
repair, safe flight replace.
Which it's a different company, but it's the same jingle in the UK.
Oh yeah,
Right?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm. What's the company?
Autoglass.
Autoglass.
It's
Yeah,
called
but it's
in
the exact
the
same
UK.
jingle. Mhm.
That's awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
This
apparently
makes a good.
the
Peter
operator.
says,
Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
The operator had very poor visibility while moving to laterally, and they had to move a long way to get to the narrow bodies, as opposed to the wide bodies. And what's more, when the controllers of the jet bridge moved the joystick, they assumed if it was in the 3 or 9 o'clock, it would go parallel to the aircraft, but it didn't do that. It actually moved in towards the aircraft as well. So I think it was a poorly designed controls, or they were poorly briefed on how the controls worked.
Poor understanding of the way things work in physics and mechanics and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think this
and
might
the
be a
fact they
geometry
couldn't see
problem.
where they're going.
Yeah, Peter Tarantelli says this makes a good case for a horn in the cockpit. Yeah,
oh, we
I'm not
had
sure
one
that
in my Airbus. Didn't you
jet
guys
bridge
have
operator didn't
horns
do the
in
missed
your
approach
cockpits?
procedure. Yeah, a horn in the cockpit.
Isn't
Yeah, we do.
isn't
Yeah,
the-
we have a horn that gets the attention
But
of
isn't
the
isn't the
mechanic.
horn supposed to be on the outside? Because if you
Yeah,
set
yeah.
off the horn in the cockpit, nobody outside
No,
the
I mean
airplane
you
can
push
hear
the
it.
button for the horn inside the cockpit, but it actually sounds outside. Yeah.
When we had cabin crew on the jump seat watching us in the cruise and we passed someone, we'd sound the mechanic's horn a few times saying,
Mhm.
oh yeah, we'd just do this to let them know we're coming, because you could hear it quite clearly in the cockpit. And they go,
Mhm.
oh, really? You got a horn?
Very clever. Yeah, I think that this was just a bunch of stupid excuses for this jet bridge operator. Obviously, other people have been able to do it successfully many, many, many times in the past, and probably since these incidents. So, it's just, I think, a poor understanding and poor training of, grasping how this whole thing works. And I can tell you, that was one of the most frustrating things for me when I was an active airline pilot, was watching some of these jet bridge operators try to manage getting the jet bridge to the front left door of the aircraft, and you're going and you're looking at the wheels and you're going, that's not going to work.
Nope. Wrong trajectory.
You should, and none of them were ever looking at the little pointer thing that shows your wheel position, and they were just looking outside, and they were just going like this with the joystick, and they're going, okay, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. Anyway, very frustrating. Okay, I'm getting stressed just thinking about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's do I. Okay. This is also from Paddle Your Own Canoe. We got a double, daily double of Paddle Your Own Canoe. Hawaiian Airlines pilots must shave off beards later this month as Alaska Airlines overturns rare exemption. Pilots at Hawaiian Airlines, okay, we just said that. They're trying to seek, Hawaiian and Alaska, they merged, and they're trying to standardize the operations under a single operating certificate. Unlike many U.S.-based carriers, pilots at Hawaiian Airlines have been able to wear beards for many years. Part of the reason is due to cultural sensitivities.
Do you
in
wear
Hawaii.
a beard, or you stick it on, or do you grow a beard?
Oh, if you can,
Depends
if
on
you
if
can
you bought it or
actually,
not.
yeah, if you can naturally grow a beard, then I would imagine you do. But if you can't, then you buy one at the costume store and you wear it. Oh yeah.
Been wearing mine for
that makes
years, and
sense.
it's held up well.
Because how do you wear your hair in a certain style? Yeah.
Or like the clip-on ties. A lot of guys wear those clip-on ties. They unclip them and they hang them somewhere in the cockpit. So they unclip the tie and then they unclip the beard and hang them up.
Oh, very good. Yes. Yeah.
Possible show title or
what
show
do they do
artwork
with the
idea?
Merkins?
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Now they're going to have to do the opposite. They're going to have to keep the beard hidden in their jacket, and when they get into the cockpit and shut the door, then they can clip the beard back on.
Very good.
Good point. Is there anything else? The FAA has never banned pilots from wearing beards, but an advisory circular dating back nearly 4 decades warned that special airtight oxygen masks used by pilots might not work properly with the presence of facial hair that might break the airtight seal. Might is the key word there.
Hasn't there been several studies that have proved that's
yes.
not the case?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know. It's just like they're just still hanging on, to the old rules, but there's really no good reason to, I guess. Tanya says, good point, Nick. Sport a beard?
Sport a beard, not wear a beard.
Yes, sport a beard. Yes, I like that.
Sport.
Yes, it's
That's
about the only sporting I do nowadays.
I'm glad that you're such a good sport.
Oh, Tim's calling you out for missing.
Oh
a,
boy.
a
Okay.
ping
Yeah,
there.
we were mentioning in the article that the oxygen mask might not make a good seal. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
And I
what?
might
The audience
point
keeps us
out
honest.
It does.
That all these studies done by the was U.S. Navy, I know they did one, and Air Canada and Qantas did one, saying that there was absolutely no difference between a bearded pilot and a clean-shaven pilot when it came to these masks. Apparently, some UK, I know who these are, a British defence and aerospace company, Quintiq, concluded that beers did have a potential to interfere with a quick donning moccasin system. Well, thank you guys for letting us all down. Yeah. They're just up the road at Farnborough. I know a few guys from.
We expect several strongly worded letters to be written.
Strongly.
Exactly. Now I'm going up there and seeing them in person.
Oh no! Yeah, don't plow your car through that. gate.
No,
don't forget the cocaine and the alcohol.
I'm looking forward to that bit.
There are so many good ideas for show titles
and you said you didn't have any sport in your life. I don't know.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah.
You know what? Let's do the getting to know us segment. It's the time of the show where we get to hear what's been going on with some of the co-hosts, or all of the co-hosts, since the last time they were on the show. And I'm thinking, I don't know, what do you think, Liz? Who should go first? Camacho, yes, sir. It's been a while. So nice to see you. Looking good. You're looking good.
It has been a while. I've been doing my standard work travel, but in between there, I've had an annual come due on my airplane, and was able to turn the fastest annual to date that I've been able to do on the airplane, which makes sense. I've had many periods of downtime the past 5 years that I've spent getting it tidied up and tightened up. So had a pretty quick turn. The only downside was my oil pressure gauge was on the fritz a little bit. And
was it trending upward?
It was. It actually was. The air code was showing 1999 psi, which I feel like is great.
That seems marginally high, though.
It seems a lot.
Yeah. So
normal's like what, 40?
Yeah.
1990.
30 to 60. I think is my green out. So.
Was this a small engine plane?
That's a key factor. If it was a big engine plane, it'd be a totally different story.
Technically, there's 2 airplanes in this hangar, and this engine is much bigger than the other one. So I think we got to call it a big engine airplane.
Big engine plane. Okay.
Yeah. No, the frustrating part was I called the company in through I probably didn't explain it well enough, but the initial troubleshooting advice that I got was that I probably have a loose ground, which is like the worst electrical gremlin you can have. So I go back and this is a digital gauge that shows me oil pressure and oil temperature. So I go back and start like chasing down this loose ground, which, is not not insignificant. I've got the panel opened up, so I'm like fiddling around behind the panel. I spent a few days doing that, and then I call the company back, and I'm like, I was like able to touch every point of the power and ground circuit and this and that, and somehow I said like, oh, by the way, the temperature's not showing up. Like the temperature's showing 0, and they're like, oh, well, that's not how it should work. Your gauge is bad. So after I spent probably a week troubleshooting this gauge, they said, oh, send it back in. So I sent it back in. And was supposed to receive it the Friday before I left for a trip on Sunday. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll have the airplane all buttoned up, get the gauge in, which would take like 15 minutes if everything went well, and I'll be able to go fly on Saturday, and it'll be great. I'll go on my travel, and the Bonanza will be airworthy, and life will be good. And of course, on Friday morning, the shipper said, actually, it's not showing up till Monday. So, yep, it showed up Monday, and my unwilling wife just left it on the counter rather than installing it for me. So I showed back up this weekend and got it put in and verified that it works, but haven't had a chance to run the airplane yet. So I've got a couple of little items left to button up, and then that airplane will be up and running. And I've also spent some time polishing my dad's Luscombe. So that's
an airplane for people that aren't familiar.
Yep, that's a small little 2-place airplane that's like bare aluminum. So we polish it to make it look nice.
Thought it was
so
the
it's
bit
ready
of
for the-
skin between
ready for the
those
show
two
sheet- show
special
season.
places.
No.
No? That's a different...
Wait, what?
Sorry. Sorry. Keep going, Nick. Keep going.
So, yeah.
Did
we
you
are-
miss us?
Guys, this is why he doesn't come back for 2 months.
So yeah, I think that's all. I mean, I've been working a lot, and I have been flying the Luscombe, but I think that's about the extent of my aviation involvement. But the weather has unlike Canada, the weather seems to have turned here, so I'm hoping that I get more regular flights in. My last flight in the Luscombe was on Sunday afternoon, I guess, which was sporty. A decent crosswind. Any crosswind is a decent crosswind in a 800-pound airplane.
An 800-pound tail wheel airplane.
Yeah, but it kept it
Wow.
exciting. So,
Whee!
yeah, I think that's all of the stuff I wanted to
anything
talk
new in the Betsy's Biscuit Bomber world?
about. Not for me. I haven't been out there for a few months. They did just change both tires, which was an eye-watering expenditure for DC3 tires, but they just got that done.
Those big
and
tires.
brakes. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's one of those things that you don't always even think about. Like, everything gets more expensive with a big airplane, and it's got big engines and big propellers, and those things are super expensive. But also, just a brake job, very expensive. Just a tire change, very expensive.
Yeah.
So we got through that.
Good.
Yep.
As we said, so nice to see you and hear you again, and I'm glad you're able to find some time to spend with us on the show today.
Yep, me too.
All right. Very good. Let's see. Let's go with Dr. Steph, if you're ready.
Sure, I can bring you up to speed. It's nothing too exciting, although it does involve flying and aviation-related things, so that's exciting. I have no running news for a change, so you can cross that off the list. That'll come
Okay.
back in the not-too-distant future, I promise. But
Okay.
yeah, things I've done in aviation here recently. I got my flight review done, so that just update that you do once every 2 years, but apparently no longer called a biennial flight review, just a flight review. But I'm like, how am I supposed to remember it's supposed to be done every 2 years if you take that out of the... Never mind, it's fine. Just have to change the name of everything every once in a while just because. So
Yeah, just have to.
yeah, so I went and did that at a actually not a super local flight school, but one that I'm familiar with, and I like their instructors, and they have nice, well-maintained airplanes and things. So yeah, it was good to get that done. It was fun. You know, it's not a, for those who don't know, it's not like a test really, but you do prepare. You want to make sure that you come in, you know, having reviewed some knowledge items, and you expect to do flight maneuvers, and it should be, you know, relevant to the type of flying that you do. And I'd not flown with this particular instructor before. She goes, yeah, so tell me about this flying thing. And you look at any like cross country planning or anything like that. I was like, no, I fly at the same airport 100%, almost 100% of the time. So, but I said, no, we should actually look at some of that stuff, because I do some cross country flying every once in a while, and went out and did some maneuvers, and a lot like Nick Camacho. It was a little gusty, a little breezy, because I hadn't flown with her before. As I was driving up there, they called and said, have you looked at the winds? Do you want to go out? I was like, yeah, it's like 12 to 20, like almost yeah, that's fine. No problem. It wasn't a direct crosswind. One of the runway that it was actually favoring was closed, but it wasn't too much of a crosswind component. So it was a little bumpy, a little breezy, but yeah, it worked out just fine. And then
Nailed it, I'm sure.
What's that?
You nailed it, I'm sure.
Yeah, landings were acceptable, I would say. So, I mean, it's always
Well, you're
fun
still here
flying
with us.
Yeah,
Must have been
exactly.
okay.
Well, it's always fun flying with instructors who are doing most of their flying with like primary students and things. Like, you know, look, let me, let's just sit back and enjoy the ride for once and not be hopefully terrified by what I'm doing over here. And then, last weekend did a little bit of jumper dumping as well. Not at my usual drop zone, actually, but a neighboring one. They were leasing an aircraft that I'm on the insurance for, so they needed a pilot. So I said, I can do that. So it's just one day because the weather was good on Saturday. It was a little breezy again, kind of the same gusty winds out of the south. We didn't have a lot of sport jumpers show up, but it was fine for doing the tandem business. And this airport, the winds were right down the runway, so that was fine by me. And probably about 4 hours worth of flying, so that was pretty decent for a Saturday. And then the following day was Easter Sunday, and it was terrible weather, so we did not fly for both of those reasons. And now it's today, so just been working.
All right.
Yeah, that is why you guys recorded on Saturday. That's why I could not be here.
Yeah.
I was flying. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We know where we are on that priority. Yeah. Flying definitely is much higher. Yeah. Okay. Great. Great to see you, Steph.
Good to see you.
All right. Pardon me?
I said good to see you.
Oh, I see. I thought Liz was saying something to me. Let's see. Alpha Juliet, sir.
Sure.
How
I can
are
go
you?
next.
All right.
Kind of similar story. Not a ton. Been kind of just a regular work week since we last talked, but I did get to go flying with a friend of mine from California. Flew all the way from California to go flying with me, and brought a friend of his that works with him. So new budding pilot. He's got I think it was his second flight. No, it's not Tim Van Ram from California, Liz, unfortunately. No, this is my friend Mike. You may remember last winter when I got to go out to Mojave and have a little fun with the jet, and then I got to fly a little RV6. That was Mike's RV6. It took me for a flight in that, so returned the favor and took him for a ride in the 206. So we went up and flew over the top of Atlanta and went down south of Atlanta, then turned around, dove down deep, and kind of came back into the shelf, and got to kind of needle the controllers a little bit. When you come down on the other side, they switch to a different sector, and that southern sector, for whatever reason, they tend to put people that are grumpy in that sector. So as soon as we clicked onto the frequency, this guy is just going at this poor guy about not descending fast enough to get down to his altitude, and this, that, and the other. And so the JFK of Atlanta. Yeah, that's not far off, Liz. So we checked. I tried to check on, and I'm on VFR flight following, not an IFR flight plan. So just VFR flight following. Tried to check on. He was busy. Had people calling up left, right, and center. So I just waited my time. Just waited for my turn. And a couple minutes went by, and we're kind of cruising. We're outside the Bravo at this point, kind of cruising across eastbound on the south side of the Bravo there. And all of a sudden he comes on. He says, November 700 Zulu, turn right 120 for traffic. Okay. Well, the problem is I turned, and I'm cruising southeast now. The problem is I want to go northwest. So
That's
I was
like
trying
the
to get
other way.
just to the other corner of the Bravo so I could turn north. And so we're on this heading for, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes at this point. And I'm like, I really would like to not go this way anymore. So I keyed up and asked him. And the whole reason, by the way, that I'm on flight following is Atlanta's a very busy airport, and I want them to be able to put me where I'm less effective, affecting their traffic coming in and out of Atlanta, because they got constant departures, constant arrivals. So having them be able to communicate and say, hey, be here, this altitude, it helps them, not just me. And so after 5 or 6 minutes of just flying out, I said, any chance we can get a northbound turn, or do you know when we're going to get a northbound turn? And he says, Squawk VFR, radar service is terminated. You're on your own. Okay, cool. So at that point, I got to do the pilot version of, your brother and sister in the backseat of the car, and you put your finger 1 millimeter away from their nose. Say, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. So I got to do that. to the corner of the shelf going back northbound. I'm like, well, you want to let me go? Well, I'm going to go where I want then. So I just flew right up the boundary. So it's probably not the best place for them. They probably had to climb some guys sooner than they might have, but
it was perfectly legal.
Yeah, perfectly legal. So I don't know. Maybe they learned their lesson. Probably not. But anyway, had a great flight. Got to see some really cool stuff. Saw all the sites, Mercedes-Benz and the stadiums and all the things. So it was a great day. And again, Jesse had a fantastic time. He got to ride up front and learn a bit more about aviation and flying and whatnot. And he's got the right path planned. He's planning on starting in gliders and I'm going to move into power planes from there. And I think that'll be a fantastic route for him. So
start with the small engine plane first, and then
start with the no engine plane first.
No engine. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Very small.
But did get to do a nice kind of last minute test flight or close in test flight on the 206. So everything's working well. So we should be well set for our jaunt next week.
Oh, look forward to that. Yeah,
Good
we're
job.
going to be going down to Sun and Fun.
Fun.
Yeah, fun. In Lakeland, Florida. Yeah. Looking forward
And there will
to
be
that.
no rain. It's going to be beautiful weather the whole time.
Perfect weather. No thunderstorms. Yep.
Because
All
there's
right.
never thunderstorms in
No,
Florida
no.
in April.
In Florida or South Georgia? Never. This time of year? No.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check on my insurance policy. Go ahead. Yeah, Captain Nick.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry, I was
How you
just
doing?
falling asleep there.
Wow.
Well,
you're that bored by everybody else? If it's not about you, then I'm not going to be
fascinating.
paying attention.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, I need to go type something real quick. I'll be right back.
I met Joseph Gorton, listener, and did an interview with him. And I was going to produce a plane tale for this week, but we thought we'd give it a break. So that will be coming out next week, Joseph. So you don't have to stop listening, but or maybe the week after, the producer says, because she's she's
Yeah, it might
in
be
charge.
It might be a special, show next week. Sun
A
and Fun
special show. Oh, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Live on position.
We've had a
Live
little
in the
short
field.
summer here, so because the temperature's been, really very pleasant, thoroughly enjoying it. But I was sitting in the garden this afternoon listening to the birds, and there was quite a list because I've got one of those apps that identifies them all. And so I went out and photographed some peckers. So
Okay.
this
The-
is
the
great,
wood variety
the
of
great
peckers.
spotted woodpecker, that one. And so that was quite pleasant.
They kind of look like just little peckers, though.
Yeah, they are quite little peckers, even though they're great. In fact, if you've got a great spotted pecker, you want to go and see a
Check your
Maybe
doctor.
consult a
Check with
physician.
your doctor.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I know what
yeah.
other kind of birds that we're going to be looking at here. Go ahead.
Well, one of them's a flying rat, as
dove?
we call them.
Pigeon's
here.
pigeon. Yeah.
Anyway, so Joseph, your interview will be coming out next week or the week after, and there's another little pecker, even though it's called a great spotted pecker. So, yeah, it was. That's been my week. And the artwork, should we?
I thought
crack
for sure
on?
that you were going to show some pictures of some tits.
Well, actually, I've got pictures of those.
The bird. I'm talking about the birds.
Yeah. Blue ones and long-tailed ones.
And some
didn't I
boobies.
see some of those
There's-
in our-
there
ones
are
as well.
there are boobies that are blue.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right.
In fact,
Moving
one
on.
of these days I'll get a picture of a pair of great tits for you, Jeff, and
thank
I'll
you.
put it on the show.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So let me see. Artwork. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of great suggestions, like the non-normal show, Threat Level 4, a war zone, verbose idiots. But the one that won the prize was Take a Ticket. and we had a suggestion for restaurant pages, but basically it was your runway is ready. So we've got our captain belting along there to try and grab a ticket, which is, if you look at it closely, also the show number. Oh, very good. So
look at that,
702.
702. Please
and
take a
if
number.
you, yeah, exactly. If you go back to the previous one, Liz, please, you'll notice that the information board there says the next takeoff is going to be number 32. So he's over 700 in the queue, which is kind of situation normal for JFK, as I recall.
Especially the afternoon.
If we leap forward again, the captain has... can you see the logo? Yes,
I do. Those nice wings he's sporting
on his on his nice uniform.
Interesting choice of facial hair wearing. I don't know. Maybe that's a shadow.
I think he's fairly clean shaven.
5 o'clock shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's been a long day. He's been in that queue for a while.
He's getting a bit smelly. There you go. There's our penguin. Sitting on
Captain
the flight
Penguin?
deck of that red
Or
whatever
Captain Jackass,
airplane there.
if you
Yeah,
prefer.
Captain Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've flown with that
guy. This one is, of course, we had to include a menagerie. So we had one suggestion, which
the
was
elephant.
the APG's zoo.
Oh, and a
we
badger.
wanted an elephant and a badger and the penguin.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
We got
there's the elephant.
Nick, we got some response to your question about badgers.
Oh, yeah.
That, Did that get put in the show notes, Liz? It is an Evernote. Oh, there it is. Yeah. From the Badger pilot, directed to Captain Nick. He said, "Fun fact: we adopted the badger as our state animal of Wisconsin, and mascot not after the animal originally. It was a term for the lead miners in Wisconsin burrowing underground in lead mines. They would even live in the mines during the winter to avoid the cold, earning the reputation of living like badgers and therefore earning the nickname." So actually, you should put a miner in the photo.
I think we should try and keep minors out of this. We get into enough trouble.
we could get in trouble
with this
I
show.
Fair point.
Yeah, you've got to be over 21 to listen to this show. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But thank you
Very nice.
very much to your badger friend.
Spacey. There we go. All right. Oh, me. Let's see. I should probably look to make sure I don't miss something. Oh, yeah. Sam, who... is Sam with us today in our live audience? I think he was earlier. I thought I spotted him. Sam Bolog. Sam Bolog out in Los Angeles vicinity. Sent this to me just today, actually, earlier today. He said, "Hi, Jeff. Me and my sister," wouldn't it be my sister and I, took a trip to Florida years ago through, that's what you do, when you send in feedback, I'm going to correct your grammatical errors.
Grammatical?
Grammar errors.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know.
New word.
I'll cut that out. Shut up. Okay, now I'm going to have to leave it in. Dang it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like the sister.
Me and my sister took a trip to Florida years ago through ATL. When boarding in Atlanta, my sister begged me not to talk to the pilot. Mind you, I was taking flying lessons at the time. Well, he was welcoming everyone, and we started talking. He invited us into the flight deck, where guess who got to sit in the left seat? Well, it's not a big surprise, Sam.
Yeah.
Come on. Look at the pictures. It's his sister that got to sit in the left seat. For a girl who has no interest in aviation, she seems to be enjoying the tour. Yeah, well, they had no interest in you, Sam. They had interest in your sister. And that, by the way, that captain there, I recognize him. I don't remember his name, but I flew with him several times when I was a first officer. Yeah.
Wow.
But not in this case. Oh, Sam is here. Okay, good. Now, the thing is, what's weird about that third picture there, with your sister sitting in the left seat, I'm trying to work out exactly what is that's behind her. Like, it looks like a black, like, you know what I'm talking about there? where the windows are.
I have no idea.
Like a sunshade?
Oh.
Yeah, but it's like extending from the top all the way down. And the other thing I'm wondering about, is that a 7.2 or is that an L1011? I can't tell from that picture unless I zoom it in.
Look at the top picture.
Well, I know the top picture is a 7.2 for sure, but I'm just looking at the instrument panel, and I don't know. Everything feels more to me like an L1011 than a 727, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh, the air bridge coming through the window there. Okay. Yeah.
Very good.
Good point. All right. Anyway, so I just thought I'd read that. Thank you, Sam, for sending that. Yeah, I am in the good eye and good catch there, Liz. I am in the RVS, the Road Vessel Studio, and I'm on assignment here in Pensacola Beach, Florida, just in case something goes wrong aviation-wise. I mean, you have the Blue Angels and, a lot of naval aviation in the area here, so you never know when something's going to crash. So might be called upon here to cover the news. But no, I'm down here. Just wanted to take a couple of days. Just it was a kind of a busy Holy Week and singing for all the different masses in the Triduum and the Easter Sunday, and now I'm having not a very holy week for sure. I'm being a good boy here and enjoying the wonderful weather here in Pensacola Beach. So
a nice Florida vacation right before your nice Florida vacation.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe I could have planned that better, but yeah, it's a different part of Florida, right? So,
yeah, there you go.
iHallboxes says you're serving as center point for the Blue Angel demo. That'd be nice. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head on back either later tonight or early tomorrow morning because I'm singing in a wedding tomorrow afternoon, and I think I have another wedding on Saturday, and then the normal masses for the Saturday and Sundays. So, yeah. Going to be a busy weekend for me, but it was nice just to take a little bit of a quick break. I got here on Tuesday, and tonight will be night number 3, and I'll be heading back up to the Atlanta area. So AJ and I are going to depart Atlanta on Wednesday, I believe, of next week, right? AJ? Yeah. Okay.
That is correct. Wednesday, and we'll be there through Saturday.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So if any of you listening, if you're going to attend Sun and Fun, please holler, look for us. Armando is going to be there with his beautiful vintage biplane. And
he already told me I could sit in it and make airplane noises. I'm very excited.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I hope he brings the mounted machine gun that comes with it, stock, I think. That'll be fun.
It is made in Texas.
Yeah, well, then you got to have a gun then. Yeah, let me just quickly tell you about our coffee fund. We don't have any contributors this week, but except for our normal recurring contributors, we appreciate you guys.
Johnny, how much more coffee? No thanks.
I love coffee. I love tea. I love the APG community. Coffee and tea and the job and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. Oh, yeah. Coffee Fund. Your way, dear listener or watcher or follower, to support us financially if you have the resources to do so. As we always say, our caveat is if you have to use that money for food and for shelter, clothing, and flying lessons, then forget it. We don't want to see your stinking money. But if you want to support us financially, there are a couple of different ways to do it. One is the Coffee Fund Classic method, which is essentially a platform for every once in a while sending some financial support. We do have some recurring contributors using that mechanism as well. But most of the people that are doing recurring contributions, donations to the show, use Patreon. They are patrons of our show. Both of those methods are equally effective. So if you are thinking about supporting us and letting us know that you are deriving value from the show, then what are you waiting for? Head over to airlinepilotguy.com/coffee. You'll be glad you did. We will too. Okie dokie. There's the coffee fund, and that's here ends the Getting to Know Us segment. I don't know. He left. Probably a physiological break. Let's see. We want to do some feedback. How much time do we have, Liz? Okay, cool. We should be able to knock out a few then. Let's start off with this first one, and let me play the bumper first, though.
Captain, incoming message.
All right, we're going to start off with this. We received this quite a while ago, George. Sorry, it's taken us so long to get to it, but George Hollis in Brunswick, Maryland, sent this. He says, Jeff, you liked what I recovered from the web about Delta and the Mad Dog. Here is a generic clip about your other love. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe some of my old girlfriends or something. Let me see what we got.
Can we show that on YouTube?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to maybe just do
highly
a quick
censored
screening. Yeah.
May not go well.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I do now. There we go. All right, so you have it on the stage? Okie doke. So let's see what this is all about, George.
By 1958, Boeing had already changed commercial aviation with the 707. It was fast, it was powerful, it was the future.
Yeah.
But it had a problem nobody wanted to talk about. It needed a lot of runway, and most of the world did not have that. Airlines were expanding, passengers were multiplying, but the airports connecting smaller cities, regional hubs, remote destinations, they were short, they were narrow, they were nothing like the runways the 707 demanded. Boeing knew it had to build something different. So in 1960, they went to the airlines. And what happened next was one of the most unusual design negotiations in aviation history. United Airlines wanted 4 engines because its hub at Denver Stapleton Airport sat at high altitude, and high altitude eats engine performance. American Airlines wanted 2, clean, efficient, nothing extra. And Eastern Airlines wanted 3 because its Caribbean routes crossed open water. And at the time, twin-engine jets were restricted by regulation to routes no more than 60 minutes from an airport. 3 airlines, 3 completely different answers to the same question. Boeing had to find a way to satisfy all of them in a single airframe. On December 5th, 1960, with that compromise still being hammered out, Boeing launched the 727 with 40 orders from United and 40 from Eastern. The plane did not exist yet, but it already had customers. Around that same time, Boeing was also in talks with British aircraft maker de Havilland, which was developing its own trijet, the DH-121 Trident. The 2 designs were similar in layout. There was a suggestion the 2 companies collaborate. Boeing sent engineers to de Havilland sent engineers back. They studied each other's work, and then Boeing walked away from the table. De Havilland wanted Boeing to license build their aircraft. Boeing refused. Their position was clear. This plane needed to be built for the American market. 6 seats across, runways as short as 4,500 feet. Nothing less would work. The engine decision came next, and it was just as contentious. Pratt & Whitney had a new turbofan called the JT.
Here we go. Got to have that window in focus for that to work. All right, let's... Hey, everybody. By the way, watching the video there, and a link to that in the show notes. It's as much of that as we're going to play, but it's very informative. But looking through the, the jump seat, looking through the windscreen and the cockpit view outside and the airport that they're approaching. Anybody recognize that here on the crew? If you were watching the video?
Did you play it again?
The video.
No, I'm not going to play it again.
Sorry.
It was LaGuardia.
I did look up briefly. I was snacking a little bit, though. I'm sorry.
I looked up and I saw the very top edge of an airplane going across the screen.
I was looking at the line diagram thinking they put the wing on upside down.
Uh-huh. Well, that what you're talking about, AJ, I don't know. That's in the video. I don't know why.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
iHaul Boxes had made a funny comment about they were short, they were narrow, and then it pans to a picture
sat
of all
very,
the women
very low to the ground.
marching, and the next one was it just barely the top edge of the fuselage. Like it was so
know.
short it didn't make it in the video.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a great video. It tells the history of what they were looking for in an airplane, and the 727 was what they came up with, and it was a very, very successful airplane. I forgot they say in the video how many were made, but I had the honor and opportunity to fly that airplane, all three positions: flight engineer, first officer, and captain. 10 years total. I forgot exactly how many hours combined I have in that airframe, but an amazing airplane. I flew the 727-200 model, and it was a great airplane. Definitely miss it for sure. Yeah, thank you, George, for sending that in. And again, you aviation geeks out there have to watch this. We'll have a link to it. And I should probably point to the creator of the video, but I don't think I wrote that down anywhere. It'll be in the show notes. All right, we're skipping to number 5. Let's see. This is from Chris Pellins. Question about an incident at Brussels Airport, episode 696. Hi, Captain Jeff, Captain Nick. I was listening, and everybody else too. I was listening to episode 696. Yes, I'm a bit behind. I have a question about the incident at Brussels Airport. Why didn't the RAAS system alert the pilots that they were on a taxiway instead of a runway? I know that in the flight simulator it would alert me, but I'm not sure how this translates to real-life operations, of course. Thank you for the amazing podcast. Best regards, Chris P. And Captain Nick, looks like you gave Chris an email response. What did you say?
Yeah, I did. I did a little bit of research and discovered that the RAS system, which is a sort of add-on to the EGPWS, which is Enhanced Ground Proximity Warning System.
What's the RAAS stand for?
That's a very good question. RAAS stands for
Renin
Runway Awareness and
Angiotensin
Advisory System.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did we say that together?
They should have called it the Runway Advisory and Terminal System.
Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't fitted to the incident aircraft, so it's an optional add-on extra, and they hadn't paid for it, so that's why they didn't know. But I reckon there's little doubt it would have prevented the near accident. However, the software for it was simulated in flight simulators, so it's quite likely that you could bring it up and use it in the simulator, but it wasn't actually on the actual aircraft. I'm afraid.
Oh well.
Mm.
Very good.
I don't know. I never had an aircraft with it fitted, so I don't know what it looks like or how it alerts you. I would be interested to know, Chris. So perhaps you could write back and give us a bit more information about it. So you've actually seen it work in the simulator, yeah.
If Captain Stefan had been with us, I think that he's flown some jets with that installed, right?
Yeah,
Airbus A380,
it sounds a lot cheaper than the kind of system that you get in LA and places like that, where they've got embedded lights in the taxiways and on the runway that illuminate and give you an external warning. This is something that is internal in the cockpit, which I think is probably cheaper.
I would think so.
Digging up your runways and fitting a whole additional light systems.
Dig once, cry once. That's what I say.
Dig once, cry once. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's continue on. Thank you, Chris, for that. Hope that answers your question. We have some feedback from Erbium, I guess. The Jeff number. Okay. And he heard me. He tried to, or I tried to correct the case for your Brilliant idea, Erbium. Dear Liz and the aviators, more greetings from Northern Scotland. I'm delighted that the J number has met with approval from you all. Yep, it's part of now the lore and character and charm of APG. I'm delighted. Let's see. I've been listening to APG number 699, and I think that Gus's J number app is wonderful. However, I'd like to point out that as per my original proposal, the J number is the ratio of taxi speed to V1, not to max taxi speed. Jeff did point this out on 699. Well, I tried to, but nobody listened, Erbium, which is a good thing, given that the thing is named after him. As promised, my tech paper for EASA FAA is rapidly progressing to the, quote, I'll get to it mañana stage. Oh well, talons and all that from an avid fan, Erbium. Yeah. As it's like he even mentioned it when he introduced the J number concept. Is that it's like a ratio, like a Mach number. The ratio to the speed of sound. So, in my case, it's the ratio of your actual taxi speed to your V1 speed, which can change depending on the weight of the aircraft and that kind of thing.
I just had I think what could be a brilliant idea for a new shirt. Now, I'm not going to make it. Somebody else can do that, but I'm just the idea guy. But we need the formula. So Erbium, if you can write us the formula, J number equals V1 over square I, whatever. Yeah. We could make that into a T-shirt. I think that would be cool.
It would be. And Peter, I say this almost every show. We're going to get together one of these days, and we're going to make it happen for sure. Yeah, is Peter going to be at Sun and Fun? Maybe we can talk there, huh?
Okay. We've been bugging him about it. He should show up.
Yep. All right. Let's continue then with this from Tim Van. Do we have to do this one, Liz? Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, just because it's from Tim. But now that I'm looking at it, it was definitely worth doing. He says, hello, APG. Just saw this segment on the Today Show, which is Trailblazing Pilot Marks Major Milestone for Women in Aviation. He said, I think it's worth sharing with the community. Talons, Tim Van Ram. Okay, so I do. Again, we're not going to play the entire thing, although I do recommend highly that you do watch this, click on the link and watch the entire thing. It's not too long. But let's at least look at the beginning of this little teaser. Ready?
Some lights on here.
For 41 years, United Airlines captain Kristen Wilson says she's been living her dream.
Taking off, flying through the clouds, watching the sunset. It doesn't get old.
Fittingly, Wilson now flies the Dreamliner, this massive 787 used for some of United's most prominent international routes.
It's our bunk room. It's where we take our rest.
Are you actually able to sleep?
Yeah. Like I said, unless it gets real turbulent, then I wake up.
Here, we join Captain Wilson inside the flight deck as she prepares for a 15-and-a-half-hour flight from San Francisco to Australia.
What's your favorite part of a flight?
Takeoff and landing. That's the most fun part, because that's where you get to fly.
Becoming a pilot is something Wilson says she first set her sights on when her dad took her on a friend's airplane at just 9 years old.
And we took off, and I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. And my dad said, what are you grinning about? I said, this is what I'm going to do when I grow up.
At the time, it was the early 1970s. There were no women commercial airline pilots, but Wilson says that never deterred her.
When I was 12, my mom and sister and I moved to Denver, and we drove by United's Flight Training Center. And I looked at my mom and I said, I'll be there someday.
And 10 years later, just shy of her 23rd birthday, she was one of just 4 women in her new hire class.
With few exceptions, I haven't had any problems with any of the men I've flown with. A couple guys told me I was only there because I was a woman, and that I didn't listen to them. It's like I got hired because I was qualified, and I know that. So let's talk about our plan.
More than 4 decades later, Wilson will soon be United's most senior pilot, the first woman within the airline to hold that title.
There are 18,000 pilots with United, and you're number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you?
Well, it's incredibly humbling. I never started out to be number 1. I just wanted to fly airplanes to the best of my ability, you know.
Yeah, so going to stop it right there. I wasn't sure, there wasn't really a good place to stop, but number one out of 18,000 pilots. And, you know, if you do the math, the way our seniority system in the major airlines works here in the United States, everything is based on that number or where your position when you're hired.
When you were hired, yeah.
And just shy of 23 years old, I mean, you can guarantee as long as you can keep yourself healthy and you don't screw something up in your career, you're probably very, very likely to be the
Pretty
number one.
low seniority number at this point, right?
Yeah, for sure. Now, I was able to make it and I was hired by Delta when I was just shy of 30 years old. So you can see that was a 7-year difference between her and myself. Of course, a different airline, but I was able to make it up to like something shy of the 200 mark. But I knew I would never ever be number one as on the entire, the system seniority list. But at least I was number one on the fleet that I was flying at the time, which was kind of nice. Peter Tarantelli says, does that make her the chief pilot or is that something else? Yeah, chief pilot is like a management position or administrative position. And chief pilots, I'm not aware of any airlines that chief pilots aren't actually, line pilots. But I guess maybe that does happen somewhere. But at Delta anyway, and all the majors like United, American, Southwest, whatever, chief pilot is a pilot, and but they kind of take an administrative role and supervisor. Has nothing to do with the seniority, no. In fact, the people that are very, very senior, they do their best to stay away from those kind of roles because it's way too much work.
They've probably been there, done that. So, move on to just.
Yeah, that is me speaking personally. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So,
cool.
Thank you, Tim, for sending that in. It was a great video. And again, I highly recommend that you watch the entire thing. Continuing on with this from Triple H, Hank Humphrey, ARF Trucks Crossing Runways. Hi, guys. As a listener for the past 5 years, I look forward to every week's release. Thank you. As a former longtime volunteer fireman, I have one comment about the LaGuardia situation and the Truck One movement. If you've ever seen one of the Port Authority's vehicles up close, you know they are huge and carry a lot of water required for immediate firefighting. Once you get a truck rolling, even at 5 to 10 miles per hour at a standing start, it takes a lot of space to slow it down and stop. There was no way that Truck One could have stopped once it got started after being given clearance to cross the active runway. Thank you again for taking on the diagnosis of each of these latest incidents. Triple H. Wow, what an audience. We have people out there who have driven these big giant trucks and have some experience with that. So it's well, I know I'm not saying he was, yeah, but he probably had an opportunity to drive a big truck, whether it was at an airport or not. All right. Oh no, Captain Nick. We have some feedback from John.
I'm
Peake.
willing to be taken to task over.
Okay, or John.
I'm going to grab my popcorn and sit back for a minute.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'll start off with the fact that I noticed at the very end he says where he's from in Amersfoort, the Netherlands, and there's a connection there between Amersfoort in the Netherlands and me as a podcaster. I got started in the world of Catholic podcasting. And back in 2005, 2006, I met and learned about this amazing priest from Amersfoort in the Netherlands, Father Roderick, and Father Roderick van Hagen. Oh, yeah, Mike in our live audience, who is also the mayor of APG, knows for sure that gentleman from Amersfoort. Anyway, so let's see what John Peake has to say. Hi, Jeff, Nick, the others. How's everybody doing? The others, how are you guys doing?
Great.
I'm an off and on listener. I'm also a ham radio operator, part-time product developer for communications equipment, a writer, a translator, and a podcaster. Wow, that's quite a list. Yeah, for sure. I heard several misunderstandings about radio communications in what Captain Nick said in APG 701. Okay. To start with, FM is the mode with a capture effect. That is that the strongest signal is still readable, even with a small difference in signal strength between the strongest signal and the others. Oh, they're talking about the others again. In AM, even the less strong signal can be heard if the stronger signal doesn't modulate. I'm having trouble talking. And quite often both can be understood as well. My understanding, this is the reason that air communications still use AM. As for repeaters, with analog modulation, FM is the better one for repeaters with separate frequencies. However, smartphones and cell phones do not work with more than one frequency. The one with two frequencies is a technique called FDMA, Frequency Division Multiple Access. Cell phones and smartphones use TDMA, Time Division Multiple Access. With TDMA, each transmitter has its own time slot on a single frequency in which it can transmit. With the old GSM system, this was either 16 time slots or 8 time slots, with 2 time slots needed for a duplex connection. So there is a network that provides the accurate timing and determining which is slot 1 and slot 2, etc. The DMR digital communication standard works similarly, but with only 2 time slots. These are all wonderful and advanced technologies, but they also are relatively vulnerable, and you need a network present for it to be reliable. So it is at least unsuited for use on remote airfields and also in remote areas in between airports. Of course, you can think of better things like satellite communications and several systems used by the military, but they are more complicated, in several cases more vulnerable, and also probably much more expensive if it needs to be a version of that system that will certify for aircraft use. And many of those time slot systems do not work over longer distances and with higher speeds. GSM is maximum 34 kilometers. Tetra is max 56 kilometers. For instance, the Tetra system, 4 time slots, used by European police forces had to be especially adapted because the French government wanted it to be able to function at max speed in their TGV trains. And these aren't even all problems that have to be solved. My personal opinion is that AM is not that bad for this purpose. And if you want to choose an alternative, then take single sideband like on shortwave radios. That will also work very well on VHF, and in that case, when people transmit simultaneously, if the difference in signal strength is not too big, both parties will to some extent be understandable, much better than with AM, because there is not the interference from both stations' carriers. And switching from AM to SSB, what was that again? Single sideband,
yeah.
Yeah, it gives twice the amount of channels in the same spectrum. Keep up the good work you're doing, and don't change anything in APG, since it couldn't be better than it already is. Oh, thank you, John. Appreciate that.
Does that include being wrong about the radio?
Well, except
thing?
for the radio communication stuff. Yeah.
Well, I don't mind admitting that John obviously knows his stuff. That's very good. Thanks for the analysis. It was a chance to open up the conversation, actually, about is this the best radio equipment that we have? And can we improve on it? And I'm very glad that you've been able to set me straight. I was just working from information that I hadn't gleaned personally, except from other radio amateurs and users. So forgive me if it wasn't entirely correct. We both, those of us that flew regularly, and we know that AM is not as good as it can be, because when you do get a co-channel double transmission, it often ends up in just an inaudible squeal. So the fact that it's technically possible for a stronger signal of both signals to be heard, in fact, in practice, that often doesn't work, and we know many cases where the radios will block each other. So I think we do definitely need a better method of instant communication. The fact that you've got a frequency diversion multiple access system, then perhaps that is better than a time diversion multiple access that you can get on your phone. I wasn't aware of the type of technology it uses. I just know that you can talk and listen at the same time on your phone, which is the sort of thing we need on aircraft. We also need it to be simple. Sticking with AM, I don't think, is an option. So we need to come up with an alternative. The ranges you quote, all very interesting, but we're really talking about tower to aircraft here. So we're not interested in long-range communications. We're not interested in communications on a route. We're really talking about trying to prevent these instances happening at an airfield. So, if you can get a system that will go out to 25 miles or even 35 miles perhaps, that will satisfy the need, I think, to prevent this sort of incident from happening again. So great. I really appreciate your thoughts on it. What I would love you to come up with is a system that you think would be practical, would have sufficient range. What frequency do you think it ought to work on? What technology could it use? How would you make it inexpensive enough for both, airlines who are always worried about cost, but obviously they can afford more, but also for GA.
Well,
So
don't forget that whatever you price it at, and then you put airplane on it, it quadruples at least.
Yeah, it does.
He did mention
There's no
that,
doubt about that. But of course, the more you produce, the cheaper it becomes. And the days when I started amateur radio work, my radios were incredibly expensive, and now I can pick up fantastic triple band handheld radio systems for 25 quid. I mean, they're unbelievably inexpensive. So once you get this technology in and working, and the more people that build it, the cheaper it will become. We know that. And apart from that, even if you just make it for the airlines to prevent massive accidents, and you have dispensation for GA aircraft to use a simpler system, I think we'll have cured the possible Tenerife problem, or another occurrence of a collision on a runway, which is just awful. It's one way to try and ensure that air traffic can speak to anybody anytime they want. And I'm open to any suggestions. And the fact that my thoughts were a little bit askew doesn't worry me at all. So long as we get the conversation going and we have some thoughts that might, you never know, leach into the system, and someone in the FAA or the CAA or whatever might be listening going, well, actually, the bloke has a point. If we could improve this, then perhaps, we could prevent another major accident.
Nick, remember, you only have to be 50% right.
There you go.
That's very true.
You're well
John
about
doesn't
that.
mention how much I was right, or he just But there you go. By the way,
peanut gallery's
73
alive
is
and
Papa
well.
Alpha 6 Echo.
Yeah, 73s. iHall Boxes in our live audience says the man's definitely radioactive. Ooh, good one. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
I'm cringing here. Thank you.
My communications aren't as strong in AM. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, Tim says, my comms are good until I push the talk stupid button.
Yeah, it's true for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
And iHall says, just have the transmissions processed by a turbo encabulator.
For a number of years now, work has been proceeding in order to bring perfection to the crudely conceived idea of a transmission that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grameters.
Yes.
That would solve
that's
all
all we
the
have to
problems.
do.
So simple. How could
that
you not?
easy.
I can't believe. Yeah.
You like how quickly I found that too?
I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Wrap up time. All right. First thing we'd like to do is point you to you. I'm pointing at you right now. To airlinepilotguy.com. It's our website that is very ably managed by two APG community members. That without them, I don't know where we'd be or what we'd do. So thank you very much for that. Lots of good stuff there. Information about the crew and the community calendar. And we have Tiffany managing our APG library in Buffalo, New York. And let's see what else. We have a special page for the Plain Tale episodes. And we have merchandise that soon, I'm sure, we're going to have all kinds of great new T-shirt ideas and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And stuff. Yeah.
We already have the ideas. We just need the stuff.
And we need the follow through is what we need. Yeah.
Stuff.
And the stuff. Yeah, you're right. All right. I'm thinking that Talk Stupid button, that'd make a great T-shirt too, I think. All right. We're also on social media, or what I like to call the Sochmeds.
Yeah, we can call it the Sochmeds. You can head over to facebook.com/airlinepilotguy and find the community there. If you're on X, we are at APG Crew. We're also APG Crew over on Instagram. Head there and see Captain Nick's weekly artwork for each show. And if you would like to watch these video recordings of our shows or join the live chat room as we're recording, that's over on YouTube, youtube.com/airlinepilotguy. You can also take a deeper dive, as always, to Slack if Hillel has made the trek with Jeff in the RVS.
Oh yeah. You can hear him back there. It's just a couple feet behind where I'm sitting right now, that shower. All right. Hillel, can you tell us about Slack?
Okay, but I'm dripping wet.
Hillel is squeaky clean for sure. Just ask his wife. Yeah.
APG listeners, please join us on our Slack team. Slack is a communication, coordination, and sharing platform that works on your mobile, laptop, or browser. On Slack, we share news and ideas. We suggest episode and Plain Tales topics. We plan events and meetups. To get into the Slack team, please email me at slack@airlinepilotguy.com. That's SLACK, Sierra Lima Alpha Charlie Kilo @airlinepilotguy.com, or send me a tweet with your preferred email address to @Hillel, and I'll send you an invitation. That's Hillel, spelled Hotel India 11 Echo 1, and see you in Slack.
Thanks a lot, Hillel.
Woohoo! Free soap!
He gets so excited about that free soap. I'm running out of my stock of free soap that I collected over, many, many years of flying in the airlines. I'm going to have to actually buy some one of these days.
Jeff, have you ever thought about spritzing a little WD-40 on your shower handles? They've been really squeaky for
I know.
quite a while.
But that's the only way that I can know for sure that he's finished in there,
Squeaky in his apartment, squeaky in his RVS.
Yeah,
everywhere.
This desk that I'm probably hear that squeaking noise too.
Oh yeah, it's like a bell on your cat's
that freaking
collar or
squeaking
something. You
noise.
gotta know that he's around.
You're going to give me PTSD from Oshkosh.
I know. It's like I still haven't figured out how to keep this table from squeaking. It's driving me nuts. I have to actually put the table down and put the cushions on top of it so it doesn't squeak.
Well,
That's
it's
how
still
much it
squeaking.
bothers
You just can't hear it.
Well, that could be true as well. That's one of the good things about losing your hearing is that you don't hear all that stuff. It doesn't irritate you.
Well, I just meant the cushions and everything muffles it. You put it into a sound cabinet.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about my old
He was
age.
definitely making an
Yeah,
ageist
loss of hearing.
comment. Yeah.
Oh, that was later.
Oh.
Yeah, you ageist. You. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, it was great having everybody, almost the entire crew together. It's a lot of fun. Well, I guess this is the entire crew, and just some of our subs that we have on every now and then couldn't join us. Let's see. What else do we want to say before we? I know what we need to say. We need to thank our producer, Liz Piper. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Liz.
Great to see
Honestly,
everybody.
all these news stories and all these pieces of feedback are what's the word that they use for choosing certain things?
Procured.
Vetted.
Curated.
Curated.
Oh, curated.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Curated
Effie.
by
That's the word
Liz
these
Piper.
days.
Yeah. So,
It's my
she does-
curation. Yeah.
This whole show is Liz Piper's doing.
You should officially
we
change
just
her
show up.
title Producer / curator.
Curator, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
It sounds like an old person thing. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, so thank you very much, Liz, for all the work you do.
My pleasure.
Really do appreciate it. And thank you also to our live chat room, our live audience. We
They
keep
were hot
talking
today.
about them because they are such an important part of our show, for sure. And so thank you so much for being with us, and we love you, and we love all of you listening to the show. Thank you so much for listening and telling your friends about us. And until next time, I'm going to say, wishing you clear skies, unlimited visibility, and tailwinds. Talons, Douglas.
Cheers, y'all.
See you later, alligator.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
See you next time. Woohoo!
Wow.
We did
Yay.
it. Yay.
Now I'm going to turn my air conditioning back on because it's hot
There
in
you
here.
go. It's hot.
Mine
God,
finally
You-
cut back on in
You
the
saw
house.
this
There's
one,
a-
Nick, from Tim? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Got that
Okay,
one.
got
Thanks.
that one. Okay, I've got a few, but I don't know. Anyway, I always have to say that I don't think they're any good. Clip-on beard. Clip-on
yep.
beards. Yeah, you got that.
Oh,
Listen
Grinner's
to
with us.
yeah. Listen to my gut. Listen to his gut.
God. How will the hell?
Orgorithmus.
We've got the guy at Daytona, Grandpa partying.
Yeah, he was really partying hard.
Altitude adjustment required. And the others. You know how the things get addressed to Nick and Jeff, and the rest
the
of
others.
us are just the others.
The others.
Someone said, and aviators. I liked that.
And what?
Aviators. Fellow
Aviators.
aviators, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Fellow
someone-
yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was Dear Liz and the Aviators.
And the
Exactly.
aviators.
Sounds like
That's
a-
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Liz
a
and
great
the
name for a
Aviators.
rock group.
Yeah.
The others sounds like some horror movie, right? The
Yeah,
others.
Shyamalan thing or something.
The others. Yeah. The others.
What do they call that? That series, something things, Stranger
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The others
That's the upside down.
play a big role.
Can you work with any of those, Nick?
How about
I've-
something to do
I've
with
got
beards
some of
too,
my
like
own.
clip-on beards and
I said
clip-on
that one.
ties?
I said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
yeah.
wasn't paying
Yeah.
The one that popped into my head was the jet bridge crashing into the cockpit and seeing the guy's clip-on beard come off.
Knocking the clip-on beard off.
Whew.
Oh man, so many great ideas.
Yep.
None of which he'll use. He'll just come up with whatever he wants.
Yeah,
It's gonna be-
probably.
it's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Well,
would
almost
say.
certainly.
Well, that's
So I've got
creative.
Aviators Anonymous, Step 4, Wrong Mustang, Daytona 500 Airport, no deviation, one eye, no beards, small engine, big engine, oil pressure trending, up, blown seal. I've blown seal. That's
Ooh.
interesting.
Lucky
option.
seal.
Jet bridge driving school I like, and I've got the others, altitude adjustment. And so, yeah, I'll look at it tomorrow morning and see
TMI.
what we
One
end
of them
up
could
with.
be TMI.
Have I told you guys the story about the penguin in Texas?
Yeah,
Had an issue with his
I've
car?
heard this. Yeah.
Okay, I'll save that for later.
Yeah. I've heard that one. We need to turn off before you tell that story because I know
Okay.
the crash, the
Yeah,
punchline.
you know the end.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Great to see all y'all. See you next
Bye-bye
time.
from
Bye.
Pensacola Beach.
Bye.
Adios,
Bye, everyone.
muchachos.